The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, Hoops fans. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny, the Jet, the champion, Smith, and Shaquille, the Diesel, the champion several times, O'Neal. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Utah Jazz. And for Utah, they've been looking forward to this game and have to be anxious to tip it off. They've been pretty tight-lipped about the game plan coming in, but very soon we'll find out what approach they're going to take. And here we go, in a league of teams that love to work the perimeter. Tonight we feature two teams that get it done in the post. This is a game, Shaq, and I know you love to watch.
Yeah, you got to try to physically dominate your opponent. You got to push him out the way. Ooh. You got to elbow. Yeah. You got to move him out the way.
There's only so much one man can take.
That's right, Ernie. But also, your team can also hit some threes that create room to operate.
Yeah.
Hey, but Shaq, you got to be highly skilled. You can't just win with power. Now, the best post players have great hands and coordination. You cannot win with just power.
Oh, I got it.
What are you counting?
He's counting rings.
He just didn't win with power.
He's counting rings.
Okay.
How many did you come up with?
4.
Yeah, me too. That'll do it. Both teams ready for tip-off. We send it out to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the home of the Thunder, we're broadcasting from the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. Doors, we may not see a lot of small ball this evening. Two teams that are deadly operating on the blocks. How have they been successful with that, where other teams haven't?
Well, it's fascinating, Kev, because from a personnel standpoint, they have elected to play with size. And there's a commitment to that, pounding the ball deep into the post every trip down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Utah, Ingles at small forward with Favors at the 4. Ricky Rubio is out there with Mitch, and it's Gobert in at the pivot, manning the middle. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. There's the dish to Mitchell. Favors in the post. Anthony on him. Taken away by Anthony. Knocked loose and out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, earlier I spoke with Quinn Snyder. Said the key to this game is how much they can limit the quality looks inside. He said when you're playing a team like this, you don't stand a chance if you give them easy shots down low. We'll see who wins that battle, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Now, here's George. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go. Back to George. It's stolen by Gobert. Up top, Rubio. He's covered by Westbrook. It's stolen by Adams. Westbrook kicks to Anthony. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Anthony's got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, Kev, his three-point shot can be streaky from game to game and season to season, but Melo's certainly a threat from out there.
Gobert dishes to Favors. Over Anthony. And that one's good by Favors.
Yeah, Kev, the defense has got to be aware of Derek Favors. This guy is especially effective at using his height near the rim.
Adams with the screen on Ingles. George against Ingles. And George kicks to Westbrook. Clock at 6. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Rubio. Pass to Mitchell. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Rubio misses. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Passes it to George. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Russell Westbrook with his head on a swivel. He understands where his guys are at all times.
Mitchell kicks to Rubio. Gobert with a screen for Rubio. There's the pick. Favors with the screen. Gobert with a screen on Anthony. Here's Mitchell, defended by George. And it's Mitchell missing.
Boy, the mid-range becomes slightly more difficult when the defense is as active as they are there.
And the basket by Brewer.
Boy, that makes them 4 out of 5 to start this thing. They're finding very good shots early on.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Gobert the pass to Favors. Ingles kicks to Gobert. Here's Mitchell, covered by Brewer. The Jazz again can't hit it.
The D slow to rotate, and he misses out on an easy chance from mid-range.
There's the pass to Westbrook. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Outside Westbrook. And Adams kicks to Brewer. Screen by Adams. The three from George. Drops in the tray. George has got 8 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Well, Paul George has made himself into one of the premier two-way perimeter players in the NBA. I think you have to put him in that category with Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James. He can take over a game in every facet, guys.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. Endorse Paul George, capable of carrying a team offensively while also locking down the other team's top wing threat.
And that, to me, Kev, is one of the hardest things to do in this league. To expend the energy necessary to be an elite two-way player, Paul George is the real deal.
And here's Rubio. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Ingles kicks to Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Favors sets the pick for Ingles. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Westbrook dishes to Carmelo. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Derek Favors. And beyond his ability to shine on the basketball floor, you have to commend Carmelo Anthony's effort, Greg, to get NBA players and other athletes more involved in making the world a better place.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done, but guys like Melo see what is beyond the world of basketball. He's spoken out as well as done the legwork of being active in his communities, and a lot of charity work for Melo. It's just nice to see the maturation process play out.
The first free throw is good.
You know, Carmelo Anthony, problematic for the defense. He spends so much time at the line, keeps you on a string.
And Anthony drops them both. And last season for Melo was a bit of a circus. A lot of barbs being traded through the media between him and Knicks management. Neither party, Doris, pleased with what was happening, and it was a distraction to his play on the floor.
I think Melo is probably looking forward to putting that behind him. The trade rumors from a season ago didn't help. They certainly took a toll on the New York Knicks, and it's very hard to be a productive player with that much going on outside the confines of the lines.
Favors. That one off the back iron and out.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Mitchell kicks to Ingles. Gobert with a screen on George. Feeds to Gobert. Poked away. Just 5 on the clock. Tries to snap the cold streak. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Anthony. Utah shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Two shots.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. And you watch the Thunder play, and they are just so physical with teams. They will bump you inside and outside and do everything they can do to let you know they are going to lock things down.
Well, look up and down the roster, Kevin, and you're going to see very physical players. Steven Adams and Russell Westbrook set the tone. But you can't expect to play the Thunder and not be needing a little ice bath after the game.
And Mitchell drops them both. You look at the success that Coach Billy Donovan has had both at the college level at Florida and his first few years in the NBA at Oklahoma City. Doris, he very much feels at home in playoff and pressure situations.
Well, certainly Billy D has a lot of experience managing a team in a postseason setting. This is a guy who always tinkers during the regular season to find different angles to help his guys. Billy Donovan, one of those guys increasingly who you don't want to see in a 7-game series.
And so it's Utah here with the ball, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. From deep Ingles. Paul George grabs the miss.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Here's Rubio. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Mitchell. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Doris, you talk about versatility of players, but as a broadcaster, you've been a courtside reporter, a game analyst, a studio host, you name it. What do you prefer to do? What do you like most?
There's no question about it, Kev. The analyst role is the absolute most fun. Now, the only thing that might push that over the top is to sit beside the great Kevin Harlan.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, without great floor spacing, the Jazz have to work harder than most teams to find quality shots. They're very patient and methodical running their offense.
And he can't hit the second. And the Jazz run a half-court offense. A lot of cuts and screens to create their shots.
Well, they are right near the top in what we call screen assists. Shots created off a screen. Ironically, not a ton of regular assists, despite all the passing required in their offense.
Crowder, he's checked in for the Jazz. O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. Jazz trail by 13. Now, here's Rubio. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Outside, Crowder. At the top of the key, Gobert. Gobert with a screen on Adams. Offensive rebound. He got right to the cup using that screen.
Boy, Kev, don't you love how Gobert keeps plays alive? This guy's so solid at crashing the boards.
Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
Utah calls timeout.
And you look back early in his career, Rudy Gobert, he kind of clogged things up just as much at the offensive end as he did defensively. And I tell you what, though, he's made significant strides, becoming much less of a liability on offense.
Remus is checked in for Corey Brewer. And Utah with a change here, too. Exum, he's checked in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Exum. And Gobert last season with career highs in field goal percentage and free throw percentage.
And he averaged double figures for the first time in his career. If you ask me, he'll be a walking double-double in this league for a long time.
Well, the length of Paul George, creating opportunities for his team. He covers an awful lot of ground with that wingspan.
Now, Exum. He dishes it to Mitchell. Right at the free throw line. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Anthony. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And that's now 7 points for Carmelo Anthony. Jazz trail by 17. Exum with it. He feeds it to O'Neal. Crowder kicks to Mitchell. Screen by O'Neal. Here's Mitchell, defended by George. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 5 points so far.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went all in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the layup.
Now here's Anthony. 7 points in the game, and the shot goes in.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
And here's Exum. Gobert, the screen. Exum kicks to Gobert. The feed now to Mitchell. 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Adams. Anthony against Crowder. Outside Westbrook to the paint, and there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game. For the Thunder, Grant comes in for George. That's Felton in for Russell Westbrook. Outside, Felton. Adams sets the pick for Felton. And it's Grant in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Excellent use of the screen that time. Grant's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
Exum kicks to Gobert. Pass to Exum. Back to Gobert. Here's Exum. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Well, it's hard to question the size Dante Exum brings to the point guard position. He's unique in the game, Kevin.
Now, here's Felton. Here's Anthony. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Anthony's got 11 points.
How about he has yet to miss? 4-4 to start.
Exum passes to Crowder. O'Neal kicks to Crowder. Dishes it to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Utah. Pass to Exum. And again, it's Utah. 1:11 left here in the opening quarter. Outside, Felton. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Screen by Adams. Here's Grant. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 5 points in the game.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Exum kicks to O'Neal. Screen by O'Neal. There's 39 seconds left in the first. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Great teamwork. That's something you develop by practicing it over and over again.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it after the basket by Utah. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Listen, Ray Felton is a very dependable point guard, fantastic floor general who just takes good shots and makes outstanding reads.
The Thunder shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
He misses the free throw. And the Thunder making a change here. Patterson's checked in. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Here's Mitchell. 7 points in the game. Now Exum. Gobert the screen. Kicks to Mitchell. Fires the 3. Gobert controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
It's never easy to keep Gobert off the glass. Soars over the defense for the putback jam.
Carmelo Anthony getting it done for Oklahoma City. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back right after this. And a moment now to hear from Steven Adams as he reflects back on a life growing up as the youngest of 18 children back in New Zealand.
So, like, the youngest over there has to do everything, like all chores, pretty much 18 years of being rookie. That's pretty much all it is, and people just beat you up for no reason.
Hard to imagine growing up in such a huge family, but it sounds like maybe it prepared him for life in the NBA.
Yeah, I'd say it might have toughened him up a little bit, that's for sure. Wow, 18? That is mind-boggling.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Thunder here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Not at all. Every time they get the ball, they're looking to burn the defense in transition.
Inside, it's Patterson and Adams. Then there's Felton. Then there's Grant. And it's Abrinas in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Now, here's Grant. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Thunder lead by 16.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Exum dishes to O'Neal. Crowder kicks to Mitchell. Screen by O'Neal. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Doris, you've interviewed so many great players and coaches. What are some of the key personality traits that stars seem to share?
Yeah, I would say it's probably like somebody who's either a lawyer or a doctor, right? They're always A-type personalities.
Yeah.
They're competitive. They're perfectionists. They have great capacity for work. I don't think you make it to the NBA unless you're incredibly committed.
Well said. And the first one drops. The Jazz making a switch here. Favors is checked in. And Mitchell drops them both.
Boy, guys, how about the offseason the Oklahoma City Thunder had? The acquisition of Paul George, one of the elite 2-way players in the game, now playing alongside Russell Westbrook. Look out, everybody.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Right, the effort could have been so much better. You've got to be willing to fight through that screen. There's no question about it.
Now, here's Exum. He kicks to O'Neal. Jazz passing it around. O'Neal is screen on Felton. Exum's shot is off.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Patterson can't get it to go.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
Here's Mitchell. He's got 11. The dish to Favors. O'Neal passes to Crowder. Over Patterson. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Crowder's got his first basket.
Now, Crowder is not going to be disrupted. This guy has razor-sharp focus on contested opportunities.
Patterson, the screen. Crowder with the steal. In transition, here come the Jazz. A nice shot by Exum.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Now, here's Felton. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
I'll tell you, he's been dry from three-point range in the second quarter after hitting one in the first.
Exum kicks to Favors. They set the pick. Here's Mitchell. Count that one. Mitchell's got 13.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Outside Felton. To the wing right side. Patterson, the screen. Here's Grant. No good. And Utah the other way now. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And the Thunder with some changes. Ferguson's checked in for Adams. And it's Brewer in for Alex Abrinas. The Jazz also changing it up. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for O'Neal. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Mitchell. Felton against Rubio. Now, here's Felton. He's guarded closely. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Thunder lead by 12.
Now, Felton not afraid of the paint. Let's make no mistake. Attacks relentlessly and scoring because he's fearless.
Utah calls timeout. And for a Jazz team that had patiently built itself into one of the top teams in the league, how tough is it, Doris, to lose a player like Gordon Hayward?
Well, it's brutal. He was their best player, an all-star, a huge blow. Because you think about Utah fans who have harbored concerns historically about the team's ability to retain star talent. This will feed those doubts, Kev.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Oklahoma City. And Utah with a change here, too. Jerebko's checked in. There's the pick. And Rubio kicks to Favors. 6 on the shot clock. In the corner, Crowder with it. Shoots over Grant. The Jazz with another miss.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Westbrook against Rubio. Pass to Patterson. Fires the 3. Utah with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Rubio misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Paul George, he's checked in for Ferguson. Oklahoma City leading by 12. Brewer issues to Westbrook. Shoots over Rubio, and Westbrook gets it to go. Westbrook's got 7 points.
If you allow Russell into the mid-range game, he is lethal.
And Rubio kicks to Jerebko. Ingles passes to Favors. Over Patterson. Favors can't get it to go. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Westbrook against Rubio. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Shot clock reset for Oklahoma City. It's good. Grant's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backcourt.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Favors with the screen. Here's Ingles. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
A physical basketball there, and in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
Westbrook against Rubio. And it's Westbrook missing. Jazz trail by 14. Rubio with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Jerebko kicks to Favors. In the corner, Crowder with it. Favors with the screen. With some arc. Utah gets it back. They get a hand on it. And Grant with the clear path to the hoop for the finish.
Well, Jeremy Grant doing work at the rim. Don't give him any space, boy. This guy can get up.
That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Now here's Favors. Favors sets the pick for Crowder. Rubio outside. And that one's good by Favors. Favors has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Boy, that's the great decision-making of Rubio. Always 1 step ahead of the defense.
Westbrook kicks to Patterson. Off target from 3-point range. Jazz trail by 14.
And Ricky Rubio, known mostly for his ability to pass it and create opportunities for teammates. But, you know, I think he's an underrated defender at that point guard spot, and maybe doesn't get the credit he deserves defensively.
And the Thunder making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Oklahoma City leading by 14. Westbrook kicks to Patterson. Now the pass to Carmelo. The three. And it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Anthony. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter. And Greg, for Rubio, his defense is something that isn't talked about but is certainly present all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he's smart, fast, he moves his feet well, and has terrific anticipation with his hands. Great playing both on and off the ball, and just aware of his spacing and a player's tendencies.
Clock is at 3. Here's Crowder. No good off the front iron.
Hey, we're not seeing the best quarter by this guy, and he's lost his feel a little bit.
Brewer's shot is off. Jazz trail by 17. Crowder kicks to Jerebko. Rubio outside. Feeds it to Favors. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Favors has got 6.
What a difference in the second quarter. His shooting, much more confidence, much more accuracy.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Right. I mean, that's solid defense. At the very least, you like seeing them muck it up and make things difficult.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Adams checked in. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. Anthony kicks to George. Screen by Adams. From deep. And Paul George with the 3. He's got 13.
Yeah, Kevin, they're simply going to play through Paul George until the defense shows that he can be stopped. And right now, he's virtually impossible.
Now, here's Rubio. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Jerebko kicks to Favors over Anthony. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
That's fantastic shot making this quarter after struggling a bit in the first.
Screen by Adams. Here's George. That shot off, and it's Utah the other way. Here's Jerebko. To the middle, here's Rubio. Good D by Westbrook.
Boy, the defense collapsing and throwing him off balance on his way to the cup.
Here's Brewer. Off target with his 3. Jazz trail by 16. To the left wing. Rubio with a wide open look. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, they can't cut into this lead with him going stone cold and only so much time to turn it around.
Anthony with the bucket.
You know, the ability to seize the opportunity, see the daylight, get that position, and Melo, one of the best to ever do it.
Jazz have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. And Rubio kicks to Favors. And there's a minute 45 left in the second quarter. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
What a fantastic game he's had on the offensive end. If only his teammates could keep up.
Shot off the screen. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Now, here's Ingles, covered by Brewer. Favors with the screen. Here's Gobert. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got 5 rebounds tonight. Brewer dishes to Westbrook. 54 seconds left in the second quarter. George up top. He's got 13. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. They get the rebound. Second chance shot. Adams' shot is off.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Oklahoma City leading by 16. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Utah shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Rubio outside. Paul George with the steal. Westbrook. And that one is off. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with head coach Quinn Snyder. Coach, what adjustments are you going to do in the second half?
You just got to keep playing, keep taking the shots, and that's not the issue as much as us not executing on offense. And when we don't score, sometimes our defense lags as well.
Everybody wants to see the ball go in the basket first, right? Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have an exhilarated home crowd joining us for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaq. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 13 points and 1 steal. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
They obviously crushed it from deep. They were firing it from every angle and kept hitting the target. I mean, look at the score. Obviously, a lot of things went right for them, but that's a big one.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter is set to begin in just a few.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, everyone. You can see Chesapeake Energy Arena there in the background as the cars stream down I-40. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
You know, I think, Greg, they never settled for the first look. It was always about, let's get the best shot possible. Really good judgment on the offensive end.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. So on the floor for Utah, the tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. Mitchell is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Ingles in at the 3 slot. Rubio misses.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. And the Utah Jazz, historically, they've always been one of the better franchises in the NBA. And it was nice to see them back in the playoffs in 2017 after that 4-year rebuilding phase. It tied their longest playoff drought since the team moved to Utah.
Gobert the screen. On the wing, Ingles. Gobert with a screen for Ingles. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Westbrook against Rubio. Westbrook passes to Brewer. He dishes it to George. Over Ingles. That doesn't go either for George. And this Jazz organization operating in a small market, but over the years, so competitive.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of times teams want to take shortcuts to contention. The Jazz know they're not going to win the free agent bidding wars. That creates a kind of discipline that they're looking to build from within.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Westbrook against Rubio. He feeds it to Gobert. Gobert the screen. Shot clock at 5. Rubio in the corner. Over Brewer. That's tipped.
just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
In the corner, it's Westbrook. There's the screen. Adams with the screen on Favors. Westbrook drives in, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. Utah called for the foul.
Man, how high does Westbrook get up on these drives? The defense, no choice but to put him at the stripe.
2 shots.
He's off on the first. And when you watch Russell Westbrook play, he's one of the most competitive players in the NBA.
And with the way he attacks the rim and plays with just no abandon, I mean, this guy is no joke. Absolutely wills himself and his team to just do things that few others can, and relentless from the first quarter to the last whistle.
And Doris, you've spoken in the past about the art form of drawing a foul. Who are some of the best players that you've seen in executing that?
Well, I think the preeminent guy at this point would have to be James Harden, right? And this guy specializes in the and one, the 3-shot opportunities from 3. And listen, that is part of the game, and we do not want to take that aspect away, right? Because and ones have always been a part of the game. What we need to evaluate is at what point does a shot attempt begin versus those guys who are throwing themselves, or in James Harden's case, sometimes grabbing the arm of the defender and creating a foul where none existed before.
He's been very clever in perfecting that, and I give him credit because he has taken what's given and really exploited it.
It might become known if they make a change as the Harden rule, Kevin.
You're right. It probably will be. Now, here's Rubio. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Ingles kicks to Rubio. Rubio can't get that one to fall.
I'll tell you, his touch has been off all day, and now his judgment is starting to go by the wayside as well. That's a poor shot.
Westbrook dishes to Adams. And Brewer kicks to George. Pulls it from the elbow. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he's taking a lot of pressure off the other players right now with how well he's shooting it.
Utah calls timeout. And Paul George, the 10th overall pick in 2010 out of Fresno State. I'm not sure anyone realized, Doris, he'd be this good when he first got into the league.
No, you make a great point, Kev, because the physical tools were there, but his work ethic to keep adding layers to his game has been truly a thing to watch. This guy's got a chance to win league MVP before it's all said and done.
And his guys are getting frustrated. Coach just really kind of needs to calm them down.
I think, Greg, they've got to continue to believe that the next shot is going to go in. He can hopefully communicate that effectively to them.
Dante Exum is checked in for Utah. Here's Mitchell, covered by Brewer. Mitchell passes to Favors. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Anthony.
Well, Derek Favors has always gotten a lot of credit for his defensive abilities, but to me, his offense has come such a long way since he came out of Georgia Tech.
And he knocks down the first one. And Favors a good post threat. Dorsey can hit that hook shot with either hand.
And the footwork serves him well in the pick and roll. Even when the help is there, this guy can maneuver and create his own shot around the rim.
And Utah making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. And so Favors nails both of them.
It's so fascinating to look back on Thunder history because 3 current players who are dominating the league were together on the Oklahoma City Thunder: Harden, Durant, and Westbrook. In retrospect, the talent level on that team was unreal.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
Here's Exum following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Gobert can't hit. And going back to the Thunder teams with the big 3 of Harden, Durant, and Westbrook endures some bad luck with the Thunder during those seasons.
Well, first and foremost, they ran into a great Miami team in the NBA Finals. Then after Harden left, injuries to both Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook hampered their opportunities. Still, you think back, and if you're an Oklahoma City fan, you can marvel at the collection of talent you once had.
Here's Exum. Steven Adams making his last shot. Favors with the screen. Mitchell dishes to Favors. Another miss by Utah.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Anthony kicks to Westbrook. Another shot. Gobert with the block.
And the remarkable reach of the Stifle Tower. Gobert twice on the pipes.
The Jazz working the ball around now. And here is O'Neal. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
A steady screen set on that play and the defense disappears. Nice communication between teammates to make that play work.
Now here's Brewer. Anthony up on top. And George kicks to Anthony. Now the feed to Brewer. Clock at 4. Here's George. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Mitchell. He's covered by Westbrook. Exum kicks to Favors. Mitchell passes to Gobert. And Adams sends it back.
And the defense of Steven Adams is so important to this team. They depend on him to be a rim protector now.
Pass to George. And it's sent back by O'Neal. Exum with a wide open look. The offensive rebound. Gobert. Adams, some nice D.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Screen by Adams. In the corner, George with it. Stolen by O'Neal. Dishes it to Mitchell. Pass to Exum. Gobert with a screen on Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. Really left alone that time. Mitchell's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, how about the outstanding vision from the crafty point guard, Dante Exum, seeing the floor beautifully.
Now, here's Brewer. Westbrook kicks to Brewer. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
Grant, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Felton comes in for Russell Westbrook. Crowder, he's checked in for Utah. Exum dishes to Crowder. Here's Mitchell, covered by Brewer. Adams brings the double team. Crowder, the pass to Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Anthony's got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's Grant in the corner. Back to Brewer. Felton kicks to Brewer. Down low. Deflects the pass. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, the athletic Jeremy Grant, so good at initiating contact, he gets the defense to react to his aggressiveness.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, I like how Jeremy Grant continues to work on his game. The jumper is coming along, and he remains an exceptional defensive player.
Abrinas is checked in for Brewer. He hits the second from the line.
Well, if you think back to last season, guys, the narrative was that Russell Westbrook had 0 help on this roster. To be completely honest, I thought it was unfair to the pieces that were around Russell Westbrook and the job they did playing their roles to exactly the standard this organization wanted.
Here's Mitchell. 19 points in the game. Over Felton. Another miss by Utah. Oklahoma City leading by 19 points. Kicks it to Grant. Utah with the rebound. And what the fans are saying is that Westbrook, Doris, just needs more help around him.
Well, certainly the acquisition of Paul George should relieve some pressure on Russell Westbrook because now he's teamed along yet another superstar.
Here's Abrinas after Dante Exum's bucket. Screen by Adams. Felton kicks to Adams. Back to Felton. Over Exum. Felton can't get it to go.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
Well, that's a head scratcher. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
Now, here is O'Neal. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Gobert, the screen. Here's Mitchell. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
Felton with the ball. Now guarded by Crowder. Felton dishes to Carmelo. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Anthony's got 15.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Crowder. Exum kicks to Mitchell. And Utah, another 3.
He has certainly done his part this period. Just needs to get a little more help from his teammates.
Now Felton. Screen by Adams. Felton goes in. Another shot. And there's the nice layup by Adams. 8 points for him.
Listen, we know Steven Adams is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. You've got to have great awareness about him on the glass.
Here's Mitchell. 24 points for him. Exum kicks to Crowder. Nice ball movement by Utah. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
And maybe pushing too hard at this point, getting a little desperate.
Yeah, it certainly looks like they're forcing it. They're trying to make quick, hard decisions instead of focusing on making the right play.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Joe Ingles comes in for O'Neal, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Exum. Felton against Rubio. Felton the pass to Carmelo. Adams sets the pick for Anthony. Gobert with the block. Ingles with the ball. He kicks to Gobert. Back to Ingles. Now the dish to Gobert. Gobert with a screen for Rubio. The wide open look here for Ingles. Offline with his three.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Screen by Adams. Here's Grant, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Grant's got 12.
Well, Grant has put in a ton of work in the mid-range, and you can see the results right there.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. There's the pick. Gobert with a screen on Felton. And Rubio kicks to Crowder. To the inside. Here's Gobert. And Grant sends it back. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Exert yourself by being disciplined and focused on the right stuff. All right, good job. Let's go.
Words of praise from Billy Donovan asking them to stay locked in, make good choices.
Yeah, and when all 5 of these guys are on the same page, great things tend to happen. So let's see if that continues.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Anthony out there with Ferguson. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's Felton. And it's Abrinas in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Jazz trail by 21. Here's Rubio. And Gobert kicks to Crowder. Passes it to Rubio. Feeds it to Ingles. Gobert with a screen for Ingles. Here's Rubio. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Here's Abrinas. Up top, Adams. Defended by Gobert. Ferguson misses. Utah shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. And the basket by Ingles.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Now here's Anthony. Here's Abrinas. Adams with the screen on Crowder. The wide open look here for Anthony. The shot, no good. The Jazz go the other way with it. They're looking now at a sizable deficit.
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to really rush the game. And they need to avoid that.
Here's Gobert. Gobert the screen. And here's Ingles outside. And Utah another 3.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And Adams kicks to Abrinas. Screen by Adams. Outside Anthony. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. And the Thunder lead by 14.
Well, this is why Carmelo can be so scary when he's coming off the pick and roll. Just so many ways he can hurt you.
There's a screen. Gobert dishes to Ingles. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Rubio against Felton. And the pass to Adams. Here's Abrinas. He dishes it to Carmelo. And Anthony gets double teamed. Oklahoma City moving it around. Ferguson misses. Jazz trail by 14. Rubio outside. He feeds it to Gobert. And there's the foul. That's on Steven Adams. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Thunder, George is checked in for Ferguson. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Raymond Felton. And Utah with a change here too. Favors is checked in. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. To the paint. Here's Favors. And then Favors with the dunk.
Well, you like the attention to detail from Derek Favors. Great at staying in place when setting these screens. Creates opportunities for his guys. Love it.
Here's Abrinas. Screen by Adams. Abrinas kicks to Adams. Outside Westbrook. Outside for George. No good from outside. And it's Utah's ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Rubio the pass to Gobert. Out left to the wing. Stripped it away. The feed to Westbrook. Shoots over Rubio. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Jazz trail by 12. Pass to Gobert. Gobert the screen. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Clock at 6. Second chance shot. He lays it in.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
They regrouped, they worked out some of their frustrations, and now we're seeing them have some fun.
The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
You must respect the strength of Russell Westbrook. Boy, even when you foul him, he can still finish.
Well, Doris, you've said this many times. Few players as competitive as Russell Westbrook in the league. He goes full speed from start to finish, and you get the feeling he would play the entire game if his coach let him.
What I love most about Russell Westbrook is how much this guy just loves to compete. And it's that mentality that allows him to take over games, even if things aren't falling his way. It's hard to think of a guy who wants to win more in the league.
You look at Rudy Gobert, do you see him in the mold of, say, Doris, a Tyson Chandler?
I think the Stifle Tower has got a bigger upside. Both of those guys are 7'2", who can impact the game with defense, rebounding, shot blocking, and finishing around the rim. Both with great mobility. So I do see the comparison.
And so here is Oklahoma City following the three-pointer by Utah. Here's Anthony, and Derek Favors pulls it down. Favors has got 7 rebounds in the game. Ingles against George. Paul George with the steal. On the wing, Brewer. Pass to Westbrook. And here's George. Outside Anthony. Over Favors, and that one's good, Anthony. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter.
I'd say not much to be done about that. You can play perfect defense, and Melo is still going to drain it on you.
Rubio dishes to Gobert. Ingles kicks to Mitchell. Gobert the screen. Here's Mitchell, covered by Brewer. And here's Ingles outside. And Utah, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's George. And stolen by Favors. On the wing, Ingles. Defended by George. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Oklahoma City leading by 5. Westbrook kicks to Anthony. Dishes it to Adams. Feeds it to Westbrook. Sinks the triple. And the Thunder lead by 8.
Boy, when Westbrook has got that outside stroke going, he's super dangerous. The one weak spot in his game early was the long-distance shot. No longer.
Now, here's Ingles. Kicks it to Favors. 5 on the clock. Favors with a screen on Adams. Here's Rubio. Thunder with the rebound. Anthony's got his 8th rebound here tonight. 16 feet away. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And now it's a 10-point Thunder lead for Utah. They've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. There's a screen. Rubio, the pass to Ingles. He kicks it to Favors. It's tipped. Gobert down low, covered by Anthony. Here's Mitchell. Another miss by Utah. The Thunder leading by 10. Here's Brewer. Off target from outside.
I'll tell you, with the struggle he has had today, he probably won't be their #1 option as they look to close this game out.
Mitchell kicks to Rubio. The dish to Favors. Favors with the screen. Here's Gobert. And the shot is long. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 13. So just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Here's Mitchell. Rubio outside. Passes it to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. Gobert, the screen. Ingles can't get it to go. Oklahoma City's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And when you look at Derek Favors, do you think, Doris, he's maximized his potential, or is there still room to grow?
No, I definitely think he's got a higher ceiling. Favors is a guy who came into the league after just 1 year at Georgia Tech. So let's remember, he's still mid-20s right now. And the way this guy works, he's going to get better and better.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Anthony.
Well, we know this about Jazz head coach Quinn Snyder. He has a wide range of coaching experience, right? He's coached at the college level, in the minors, over in Europe. And in today's game, I think that breadth of experience is invaluable.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And you talk about that experience at different levels, Doris, different leagues. How does that help a coach like Quinn Snyder?
Well, Kev, we see the NBA game constantly evolving. In a lot of ways, it's becoming more like European basketball with the floor spacing and ball movement. So that experience can help him think outside the box.
Outside Westbrook. Outside George. The pass to Adams. 6 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Anthony. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
It never ceases to amaze. Melo makes putting up big numbers like this look so effortless. What a performance.
Utah calls timeout after like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Well, I think during this timeout, they've got to talk about ways to deny the basketball to him. That's the key, because when he gets it, chances are he's going to score.
now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
Well, he needed a game like this badly. He's been struggling for a while now, but tonight he broke out of that slump in style. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
Westbrook can't get it to go. Jazz trail by 13. Now, here's Rubio. He feeds it to Mitchell. Shot to stop the run. Westbrook pulls it in. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth. Right around 46-47%.
Yeah, that's a head-scratcher there. I don't know how he could think that's a good shot. That's not who they want out there jacking up threes.
Inside, Mitchell fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
And to me, that's all about the body control, right, Greg? I mean, he does such a stellar job sizing up his man and drains it despite having the size on him.
.137 left in the fourth quarter. Brewer dishes to Adams. Screen by Adams. Adams with the screen on Rubio. It's Westbrook with the drive. Stolen by Rubio. To the middle. Here's Ingles. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. He had stolen by Ingles. The feed to Mitchell. Rubio in the corner. They set the screen. Gobert the screen. Here's Mitchell. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. .55 seconds left in the game. Thunder shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Thunder.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Russell Westbrook.
Boy, his assist total, to me, is the most telling stat. This guy created, he made sharp passes, and the defense was always reacting to him. Boy, nice feed, leading him into some space. A nice catch on the run, too. Wow.
Brewer, the pass to Westbrook. Anthony with the screen on Rubio. And Adams kicks to Anthony. And Anthony gets double-teamed. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Four on the clock. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Missed. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Carmelo, what did you like best about the win tonight?
We just played hard. We came out here ready to play. We jumped out there quick on the defensive end, and offensively we got it going again. And it was a great team win today, though.
Everybody contributing. Carmelo, thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.